Hey there folks, Coach Jayci here with another home body sculpting and mobility video post, and I hope you are doing well. But if you are English and you're watching this video at the time that I submit it, then I don't think you will be feeling so good, because yet again our country has been dumped out of a major football tournament because of one same old issue. That's right. A penalty was involved. This time it wasn't a penalty shootout, but it's always a penalty involved. Now we may actually have a go at Harry Kane, because he should have done a lot better. But even if he had put it away, we would have had another penalty shootout, and we would probably have failed because of that. Now, Badil and Skinny wrote a song saying 30 years of hurt never stopped me dreaming. That was written 30 years ago. So now we've doubled that time. It's 60 years of hurt, and we still haven't made that progress. Yes, we will see progress in other areas. We have the best training facilities in the world in St. James's Park. St. George's Park, I do apologize. And we also have probably the best league in the world. It's the most exciting league in the world. We have produced some of the best players in the world. We have the most detailed FA curriculum in the world, but yet the most easiest, most fundamental skill that a 12-year-old can do, we cannot be able to execute, and that is kick the ball in the net from 12 yards. Now, again, I'm not going to have a go at Harry Kane, because that would imply that I would be able to do what he does. Can I handle that level of pressure? No, and therein lies the problem. It's not the ability to kick a ball, it's the ability to handle pressure. And yet we will not address that issue. Start working on these new techniques and tactics and learning from this school over there and that school over here, and start learning how to handle pressure. Now let me introduce you to a word that I discovered when I was doing my finals at university. You see, the reason I went to university to learn sports science was because I was trained by the FA system, and I learned all the techniques and tactics and what have you, and when it came to pressure, I also failed. So I wanted to find out why I was failing, and that was my major independent study. The findings I came up with kind of clashed with the FA's method of coaching. Now, I'm not disrespecting the FA, they mean well, but they have probably more information than I could have ever discovered from the course at university. But I want to introduce you to this word, and this word is called de-automization. Remember that word, and it's very easy to remember because it pretty much is self-explanatory. We have something that's automatic, and something triggers that thing that was automatic to become manual. Now, manual is not necessarily a bad thing. Think about a car. Say it's Tiptronic. It has the option of going automatic and then manual. And you're driving in automatic transmission, but that transmission then fails. Now, if you know how to drive, you can probably shift it over to manual, and then the manual will guide you, or you will guide it manually. However, the human body and brain doesn't work that way, right? When you're doing something manually, it simply means you don't know how to do it. So you have a technique that's taught you, for example, tennis. This is how you strike a ball. Playing football, this is how you kick a ball. And you will practice over and over and over again, regardless of the knowledge that you're given, until your body gets familiar with the strike and the feel. There are so many factors involved when it comes to striking a ball. It's not just about how you hold the racket or how you kick the ball, but it's something to do with your balance. It's to do with the velocity of the strike. It's something to do with proprioception and how you contract your muscles at the right time. And you will never know that that's right when you feel it. It's a region of the brain known as the basal ganglia, which is like a conductor of a band, and it gets all the regions of the brain to be working beautifully and in sync. It is not to do with the prefrontal cortex, which is all about commands telling you to do this and do that, which cannot really give out more than one command at the same time. So you'd see that novice kicking or striking or throwing, getting it wrong, getting it wrong, getting it wrong, getting it wrong till they get it right. And now they're at one with that object because they recognize that feeling. But then pressure comes on you. And when you're in pressure, we tend not to trust ourselves to do the automatic things anymore. And we revert back to what we think we know technique-wise. And what is executed is the childish novice approach to that skill. Clumsy, all over the place, overthought. And that's what happened with Harry Kane yesterday. And that will continue to happen until we teach our youngsters how to deal with pressure. It's as simple as that. So yes, yesterday was exactly as I predicted. I knew that opportunities would come and we would blow it. Whereas the French, well, they may not play as well, but they will go on to surpass us, just like Morocco will go on to surpass us and many other countries until we learn to remain a bit more stoic when under pressure. Stop celebrating like you won the World Cup just because you put a ball in the back of the net. And we can only celebrate when we get to the finish line. Anyway, I hope this has been a message that you might agree with me on. But in the meantime, let's work together to feel great, look good, and enjoy moving. I'll see you then.